Well, good morning. So I am yet off to another door job, knocking them out and getting them done and getting to where I don't have much work left, which is a good thing. So I've been kind of having a couple conversations with myself, and I've been talking to a couple different people, and I don't like the decision I have made, but for right now, I think it's the best decision. Anybody who's been watching this channel knows that when I make a decision, I stick with it and I never change my mind. So as I'm still going to work toward getting out of the warehouse, but I'm thinking of future plans, things that I want to do. Once I'm done with the door business, once I get into the second business and my retirement business, I'm kind of thinking there's one reason I want to get out of the warehouse, and that's because of the rent. I don't like the rent. That being said, I know that if I get rid of the warehouse, I'll never be able to get another place like that for that cheap. I don't pay a lot of money in the grand schemes of the world. I actually got really cheap rent. In fact, everybody I've talked to said, I'll rent it from you right now. They're like, move out, we'll come in, I will pay you to move out and we'll move in. Because I'm about a half to third of anybody else's rent. Oh look, a Mustang involved in a crash. Shocker. I'm sorry. In fact, that's one of the few cars I haven't wrecked was a Mustang. Well, actually, no, it got hit, but I didn't. I'm not the one who wrecked it. So, but no. So it's not a decision that I thought I was going to make, but I think I'm going to end up keeping the warehouse. I'm going to still go through the same motions as if I'm moving out. I'm trying to get things staged at my house and the studio. I'm trying to, get things to where instead of taking up this much room, they're taking up this much room. So there's a lot of going through things, and getting stuff ready. I'm in the van right now, which I think I came up with a name for the van too. I mean, I've been making all kinds of decisions lately. So, but I'm gonna try to get a certain license plate for it. If I get the license plate, which I got to renew in a couple of months anyways. So if I get the license plate for it, then that's going to solidify the name of the van. So, and this is not the unicorn van, but it's the closest thing I have to the unicorn van. So I'm going to name it the closest thing I know to a unicorn. That's the only hint you're getting. So, but now as far as the warehouse, I'm just thinking if I want to buy storage units, if I want to build things, if I want to create, if I want to, like I still want to work on Turd, the dune buggy. I still want to, get all these things done. And I was like, I'm going to need a place to do it because with all the rain lately, I can't do nothing hardly. In fact, the only reason I'm going to the door installing today is because they have a full wraparound porch, so I can park my truck and work and get to the door and never have rain, hit me. So I think I'm gonna go look at it, see how bad it is, because some of this rain is coming in sideways. But just with the rain, with the past few days and the past few months and the past few years, because Florida has this thing about rain, and if you don't know about Florida, then you just don't know. But Florida, it likes the rain here. It's why we have so many damn swamps, but it's the only reason I want to move out is because of the rent. That's it. And the rent's not even out of the realm of, I can cover the rent no problem, but it's for every other aspect. I want to keep the warehouse. I think I've mentioned this quite a few times, and it's probably one of the toughest decisions I have right now. But like I said, I'm still going to do everything I was doing before, But I think I'm not going to move out of the warehouse, which I hate that idea, but I also know I'm going to regret it a lot if I do move out of the warehouse. But anyways, that's kind of where I'm at right now in my head. You know, I've just been trying to get these jobs done, trying to get all this little nitpick stuff done, and going through box after box after box of stuff. I'm running out of room in my box trucks. I'm running out of room everywhere else, and it's like, how the hell am I going to empty this warehouse? You know. So, plus I still got to sell all the doors. You know, and the best place to sell the doors is the warehouse. And I don't want to go on door jobs either. But if I find a couple of good people, you know, 'cause my door prices are way too cheap. You know, if you can't afford me, then there's something wrong in your life, not mine. But I know that I'm about half, if not more than half, of any other legitimate company out there. Because everybody else is $1,500 to $2,500 a door. You know, I showed you guys the report a while back. Lowe's just, you know, they wanted to do a basic 6-panel door. It was $2,100. And we're not even talking a fancy door. We're talking a basic 6-panel door installed was $2,100. I'm doing them for $750. You know, and that's if it's custom heights. What, it don't matter. In fact, I just built a door yesterday at the house I'm going to. Doing the whole thing. It's like a it's about a $1,200 door if I bought it from Lowe's. I'm doing the door and the installation for $750. So, anyways, but yeah, I think we'll keep the warehouse. I just gotta work harder and make more money to cover the rent, I guess. You know, or do two doors a month, and you know, that covers the rent. Like these 2 doors I'm doing today, that's going to cover the rent for a whole month. So, and both of them should be done in one day. But I might have to, I don't know, there's one of them that I may have to do something funky with the trim, so I may have to come back and do the trim. Almost lost my gum. See, just thinking about work makes me sneeze. Did I ever tell you I'm allergic to work? Dead serious. Every time I work, I sneeze. So the only conclusion is I'm allergic to work. So, but so I got this job here. I got one job I'm going to look at tomorrow. I'm not doing any work, but a customer bought a door for me. Someone else installed it. They said they fixed it. Turns out they didn't. So I'm going to go out there and just look at what's happening tomorrow morning. And then I got they're going to have a camera inside of me to look at my bladder. So I don't know how I'm going to feel after that. But, yeah, so my plan is to rest up the rest of the day Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, I got one door that has a sweep on the bottom. And I want to change that out. It's a door I installed 4 or 5 years ago. So, but the sweep's going bad. And I told them it's just a repairable item. Just pop the hinge pin, swap it out. And then I got to finish up the job I'm on now. Any kind of little nitpick stuff. But yeah, I think I'm done with all my jobs. This is this one here. And then I'm waiting on that one door that's going to come in on the 17th. And I'm just going to leave everything in the truck. I am going to go ahead and start building it out and working on the back door, which I think I figured out where the leak's coming from on the back. And then I'll have to buy a new passenger door to fix the leak over here. So, and then we see about getting a paint job on this thing, which I don't know if I want to get the paint job right now, but it would go with the name. That's all I'm going to say. So, but anyways, as of right now, I'm still, as far as my work ethic, I'm still going to be doing everything I can to get out of the warehouse. But I'm probably going to end up keeping the warehouse because there is some things I want to do in the future. And having the warehouse and the YouTube channel and everything else, I think that would be a much smarter decision. Maybe I'll start making money on YouTube one day. I don't know, but you know, if that happens, then the warehouse would make it'd be easier for the rent there, you know. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be working in the rain all day. Peace, love, money. I'm out.